Hello! Well, time my kangaroo down sport, as they say in this part of the world. Here we are in Brunswick. There in the distance you can see Melbourne CBD. We're in Australia. It's always worth being polite. And we're on our way. Yes, I am aboard a Harley Davidson Heritage Classic, which I've rented again because I cannot stand going for more than a few days without those twin cylinders thumping away between my legs as they do. You can see that we are in the land of trams. Yes, Melbourne has quaint trams. Motorcyclists are used to them. Most car drivers are too. There's certain rules of conduct. Best not to be run over by one of them for a start. They're quite heavy. I think we can get by here. So we're heading from the north of Melbourne city centre to the south of Melbourne city centre on the way to a place called St Kilda. So literally going from north to south, pretty much as Captain Cook would have done all those years ago. He didn't have a Harley Davidson, which is a pity because he would have got around a lot more and he'd have enjoyed it. Interestingly, it looks like they've just discovered his ship somewhere off the coast of America. There's a bit of an argument about whether it is the Endeavour, the one that he sailed reasonably blindly into these waters to discover Australia and landed at Botany Bay. I'm not sure everyone in Australia would celebrate the discovery of his ship, which obviously spelled big changes for this part of the world, but you can't take it away from Captain Cook that he was an incredible navigator and sailor in the days before Mr. Harrison invented a clock that would allow us to find longitude. I digress. Here we are coming on to the outskirts of the city. It's quite busy, it's Friday. I will stop talking and we can listen to some fine music and you can enjoy the scenes of Melbourne as we travel from one side to the other eventually. Here we are on Easy Street in Melbourne's northern suburb of Collingwood. We're about to do a guided tour here with a street artist, and he'll fill us in on all the different styles. There's about 20 of them, I think, in Melbourne. It's world famous, Melbourne, for street art, murals and graffiti, and quite sophisticated pieces like the one behind me here. Beautiful. And we'll go for a quick ride and find a coffee.
Doing this, I keep doing it. So now, direct keys is work off. The bite marks you see here are from snails.
All right.
So a big trick with making wheat paste, so you mix your paste down with a little bit of copper sulphate.
Yeah.
And that'll keep the snails from, or salt. Salt is another good one.
Is there many females in the street art world?
Probably in terms of the current crop, it's probably 50% female.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, whereas graph is almost 100% male.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned that you said that you personally you do it because you have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Is there a sort of common motivation across
It'd be
the whole community? The fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many street artists would you say of a sort of reputation are in Melbourne?
In terms of working street artists now, there's probably 20, 25
Right. Okay.
that are pure street artists. Or like if you're just pure street artists, no more than 10.
Yeah. Okay. As you mentioned the sort of first generation, and you reckon your generation before you were saying.
Yeah. So it's sort of, and they're fairly distinct generations too in terms of attitudes and the people who make up the generation. So the current generation of street artists is all middle-aged, middle-class white women.
Right.
Which is sort of very odd given it came from my rent punk kids having a good time.
Yeah.
So it's sort of become more accessible.
So is there a lot of diversity in the community?
Yeah, a lot of diversity, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to keep.
Yeah. What's with the bananas? There's bananas all over the place.
Yeah, so there's Mr. Banana. That's his throwy. So what he does is he does the yellow first, does the black outline, moves on.
Yeah.
Does them big, does them small, does them over.
Yeah, they're all over the place. Hey?
Yeah, so that's Mr. Banana.
Yeah, I like it.
And what he does is bananas. All he paints,
it's incredible. There's just so many bananas.
Yeah, all he paints is bananas. But that's the thing about street art and graffiti, and that's the way it works with graph writers. Graph writers want to be seen by their friends. Like they get the thrill of knowing that, hey, Billy Bob saw me here, and so on. That thrill of sort of camaraderie and peership. And that's where it comes from the graffiti community. And that goes a long way too. So there's a lot of tags and throws that I get nostalgic for when I see one. I'm like, oh, that's a so on. And it's awesome like that.
Yeah, right. And these ones as well, this weird dot and line stuff.
So that's the work of one artist who's two people. So the artist does alien characters on the wall, and he goes under Abyss 603 when he's doing those alien characters. He wanted the aliens to be able to deliver messages though, so he got a tomato sauce bottle for the house paint. He does these weird glyphs on the ground.
Right, yeah.
He does them under a separate name again, Astronadar.
Yeah.
So
that's the aliens communicating.
Yeah.
It's like, what are these things?
I don't know.
Because they do look like crop circles.
Yeah, and they're all over the damn city.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? They're everywhere.
Tell them to hurry. Tell them to hurry. We need to know.
Yeah. No sign of intelligent life here.
Yeah, that's right. Well, different, eh?
I didn't expect that at all.
Same kind of breakable. There you go. Well, are we going to buy a Mustang or an old Porsche? Nice. Food time.